Today's topic is titled Ordering Numbers. Go ahead and write that at the top of your page. The objective is, I will apply my knowledge of place value to compare and order numbers. We have already discussed what place value is, and yesterday's lesson was about comparing numbers, telling if a number was greater or less than another number. So today we're going to take those two things and add on to it ordering numbers. Look at question 1 on the recording sheet. It says record the data your teacher gives you. The data that you need to include is located here. So it says the robotic sub's maximum depth. Now maximum also means largest. And that information is the max depth is 26,000 feet. You're going to fill that in the blank. The second one says the depth of the Atlantic Ocean. The number you're going to fill in is 28,232. The next one says the depth of the Pacific Ocean, which that is going to be 35,840. And the last one is the Indian Ocean depth, which is 23,376 feet. Now we're going to do number 2. Number 2 says plot the points on the vertical number line. The vertical number line is located at the bottom of the page. Vertical means up and down, so look for the vertical line at the bottom. You're going to plot them from the largest depth to the shortest depth. So when you're talking about depth, you're talking about how deep something can go. So at the very bottom of the vertical line is going to be the largest depth. And the one closest to the top is going to be the depth that doesn't go down as far. So go ahead and plot the 4 pieces of information, which are these 4 numbers, on the vertical number line. You need to label what the ocean is on one side, and then the depth on the other. Make sure you do both. Now you're going to solve the question that is with number 2, which it says, which ocean or oceans can the sub explore all the way to the bottom? So you need to figure that out by after you have plotted your points. So on your vertical number line, the bottom of it is where the largest depth is, the one that can go down the farthest. Out of the 4 data points, the Pacific Ocean is the largest depth because it can go down all the way 35,840 feet. The next one would be the Atlantic Ocean. It can go down 28,232 feet. Then the ocean that doesn't go down the farthest, that is the shortest depth, would be the Indian Ocean. And that is at 23,376 feet. Now the other piece of information was the robotic sub. And the robotic sub can go down to a depth of 26,000 feet. So looking at the 3 oceans, the robotic sub can go somewhere in between the depth of the Indian Ocean and the depth of the Atlantic Ocean. So this is where your robotic sub goes. That's a max of 26,000 feet. So if you look at that, for the question for number 2, it says the sub can reach the bottom of which ocean? So can it reach the bottom of the Indian Ocean? Can it get all the way down? Well, if you're looking at the number line, it tells you that here, once you get to this point, you are at the bottom of the Indian Ocean. Well, since the robotic sub can go even farther than that, then yes, it can reach the bottom of the Indian Ocean. Now, the Atlantic Ocean is at a depth of 28,232 feet. Well, since the robotic sub can only go to 26,000 feet, it will never reach the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. So with the number line, I'd like you to answer the following question, which is number 3 on your paper. It says, order the depths of the 3 oceans from least to greatest. That's very important that you pay attention that it's least to greatest. Go ahead and write that on the 3 lines under number 3. After you've done that, you need to answer the question, how does a number line help you order numbers? And I'd like you to write this in a complete sentence in your notes. So write in a complete sentence. And you may discuss this with your shoulder partner and come up with the same answer, but you both need to write it down in your notes.